How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good, but what will it take for me to convince you to do another one of these? You're not calling it quits for real, are you?
I am for real.
I need an exclusive. You're not calling it quits, are you?
I'm calling it quits. So we're done with our story, and it's been, I mean, for me, it's been almost 10 years. So I've loved every minute of it, and I will miss these characters, but I treasure the experience, and we've finished our story.
Well said, well said. Now, from the beginning, be honest with me. Was this always set to be a trilogy?
It's a complicated answer, because I'm very superstitious. And when I went to make the first film, it was very important to me that we never even talk or think about doing another film. It's like, okay, we put everything we've got into Batman Begins. We make the best film we know how to make. Then when people responded to it, when the audience has kind of told me what the film is, then you react to that and you say, okay, you know what? I want to see who that Joker's going to be. The Joker card flipped over at the end of Batman Begins. I want to know who that's going to be. And so then you find yourself drawn into continuing the story. And then at the end of The Dark Knight, we really left Batman in a very odd place. It was a bit of a cliffhanger, really, in a sense, even though I felt like the conclusion of that story. And I found myself and David Goyer and my brother Jonah, my co-writers, we found ourselves just wanting to know what happened next, what happens to Bruce Wayne. We want to finish his story, and that's what we've done.
You're in deep with the wrong people.
You don't know a thing about me.
Ouch.
You don't stand a chance against these guys.
With your help, I might.
You shouldn't.
Just started. Throttle.
I got it.
Your wife said you were taking a cab home.
My wife?
Now, during this long process of bringing this trilogy together, what was the most challenging aspect? What drove you crazy? What gave you the most fits? What was the most difficult hurdle to clear for you?
I think for me, the biggest challenge in dealing with these three movies was definitely taking on these icons. I mean, these are characters who've been beloved for decades, and they've been reinterpreted and worked on by great artists and writers and other filmmakers, you know, over the years. And so that's very frightening, because you're saying, okay, I'm going out there and I'm saying, I've got a version of this that's going to be different. I've got a version of this that is worthwhile. Then you've got to really deliver the goods on that. And that's been the biggest challenge for everybody involved with the films, I think, from the technicians to the actors and so forth. It's like, okay, you know, Anne Hathaway comes on board to play Selina Kyle, who is Catwoman. That's a huge challenge, and she rose to it magnificently, but that's the same for me as just taking on these icons.
Now, how has your personal perception of Batman, the character, changed from the beginning until the end of this?
That's an interesting question. I mean, I think I probably have changed with him in a sense. I mean, I've lived with the character for almost a decade now, and I've watched Christian for the last 9 years, you know, develop the characterization. And the thing he's always been true to, that really I find remarkable in the three films, is he's always been true to this initial trauma, this horrible thing, you know, of this young boy whose parents are gunned down in front of him. He's carried that through the characterization wherever the character was going, and we've really tried to be true to that. And I think his performance, when seen in all three films, is pretty remarkable.
Now, the theme that persists throughout all three movies is the ideal of a hero. And I want to find out from you in real life, who's the most heroic person in your life and why?
Well, the most heroic, I mean, I think I'd probably have to point to my wife, who produces the films for me, who also raises our children at the same time, and the thing she's able to do really amazes me, and she's an incredible part of these films as well as everything else. So I certainly look up to her.
So she gets the nod. All right.
Exactly.
Great answer. Thanks a lot. Great job, too. I have to salute you.
Thank you.